This is SMNI News Channel. Truth that matters.
The views and opinions expressed by the program host do not necessarily state or reflect the official views and position of Sunshine Radio DZR 1026 Manila, Suarosug Media Corporation, and Sunshine Media Network International.
Magandang gabi Pilipinas at sa buong mundo. Narito po akong muli, si Peter Flores Serrano para sa 3 p.m. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Pilipinas muna. At syempre magandang gabi sa ating pinakamamahal na pastor, Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Maraming salamat Pastor sa pagbibigay ng pagkakataon na maging bahagi ng paglalahad ng mahalagang katotohanan dito sa SMNI para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas nating mahal. There is certainly no absolute standard of beauty. That precisely is what makes it pursuit so interesting. That was John Kenneth Galbraith. Beauty, the adjustment of all parts proportionately so that one cannot add or subtract or change without impairing the harmony of the whole. That was from Leon Battista Alberti. Mga ka 3 p.m., call it what you want, pero in any shape, form, and manner, a beauty pageant is, at the end of the day, a competition. What makes a queen? Pagalingan ba yan sa pagpaproject? How a lady carries herself the whole night of the competition? Or, higit sa lahat, pagsagot ng ika nga winning answer to the crowning question. Tonight, we have titled our episode, The Pageant That Unites. Mga ka 3 p.m., there are a lot of rifts going on in the world. But there are two things that bind us together: sports and beauty pageant. Especially if it is the Olympics and the Miss Universe. Our guest tonight is a very successful entrepreneur, owner of the most prolific magazine and PR firm, Expedition and YUGEN PR, respectively, based in Dubai. He also owns 3 franchises and the national director of Miss Universe in 3 countries. Please welcome on 3 p.m., Josh YUGEN. Hi, Josh.
Magandang gabi sa lahat. Good evening, ladies. Thank you so much for inviting us here.
Thank you. Welcome, Josh. And we have 3 official delegates of Miss Universe who have been training in the Philippines for the competition in El Salvador on November 18, 2023. Right here on Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Pilipinas muna. Mga ka 3 p.m., let's welcome the 3 of the 90 delegates for the 2023 Miss Universe pageant. LUJANE YACOUB, Miss Universe Bahrain.
So good to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome, welcome. And we have MOHRA TANTAWY, Miss Universe Egypt. Welcome, MOHRA.
Thank you for having us, Peter. Super excited to be here.
Thank you for being here. And Erica Robin, Miss Universe Pakistan.
Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually met them earlier, Maka 3 p.m., and I had fun. I was actually trying to stop myself from asking them questions that I would be asking them tonight in the program. But really, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure. Josh, ikaw muna. Ikaw muna. 3 franchises in 3 different countries here in Asia. Was it difficult for you acquiring these franchises?
Well, thank you so much, Peter, for that wonderful question. It's very Miss
You're
Universe.
very welcome.
So, I actually started Miss Universe Bahrain 2 years ago, and I had 1 franchise. This year, to God be the glory, I have 3 franchises, and I feel
Amen.
like it's all blessings. So, it's very challenging, of course, but it's part of life, and it's part of the things that I signed for, and I'm very happy that they're actually training in the most beautiful country of the Philippines. So I'm super happy for that.
Yeah, but you said part of the challenges are the hurdles in acquiring the franchises. What is the most difficult hurdle that you have encountered trying to acquire the franchises?
Well, acquiring the franchise is actually not that challenging, but I always take risks kasi. So I feel like I believe that if you cannot cross the ocean unless you forget the beauty of the shore. So for me, the most challenging part is actually traveling them to the Philippines and giving them the best trainers, because the trainers that we do have in the Philippines have been training a lot of beauty queens.
Yeah.
And of course, their schedule is full. But I'm so happy that they actually, welcome my proposition for them to actually train my queen. So the challenge is just matching the schedule. But I guess now everything is okay. So
That's wonderful to know. Nung nagkikwentuhan kami mga ka 3 p.m., it was really, I felt so proud that the Philippines is actually the best training ground for beauty queens to have their training. It's just for me, when I discovered that, because Josh told me, I was like, really? We have surpassed Venezuela, Colombia, the USA, and Mexico. Can you imagine that? Well, proud Filipino here. Thank you very much. So, girls, I would like to ask you, because you are promoting the halal, right? You girls are promoting the halal. So, what is it with halal that you think for a lifestyle to go? What is so important about halal? Food, for that matter. Any one of you?
Let me start. So I think the 3 of us come from majorly Muslim countries where halal is kind of the standard for food, for restaurants, etc. And it really just is, while it is obviously linked with the religion, it is just a very positive way of life. You, like for instance, if there is an animal in like the food that you're eating, they're just very carefully well, not exactly slaughtered, but it's very careful to make sure none of the animals feel any pain. The lifestyle is very positive, and it's actually really good for your health too, because you kind of get to set aside specific livestock that might not be positive for you. There's many scientific studies that say that eating pork, for example, actually has negative effects on your body, on the live run, because of what they eat as animals. So it's very exciting for the 3 of us to be promoting this very healthy alternative of lifestyle.
How about you, Miss Bahrain? I'm sorry.
Okay, so for me, it's a privilege. Again, halal comes with wellness as well. That's what we're promoting. We're the ambassadors of wellness and halal because, again, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
So I feel very happy about it to promote that in Philippines, because a lot of countries, they don't know that Philippines do offer everything. It's a diverse nation. So I'm so glad to not to just target and to educate the Asian, but also all the countries. Because again, halal also comes with vegan. And again, it's a lifestyle. So I'm so happy to promote and to tell others what Philippines has to offer.
That's nice. Miss Bahrain, being one of the promoters of the halal way of life, what is the most common mistakes about understanding halal that we commit, thinking that we actually understood it? So what are the common mistakes?
Ooh, well, I think the common mistakes would be that, you know, it's a restriction. I think it's just more a way of life. And I think for Muslims, it's a very important part of their culture. And I think what I love about the collaboration between the Department of Tourism and the Philippines is that the Philippines has so much to offer. And we're living in a post-COVID world right now. And let me remind you that before COVID happened, Saudi Arabia is one of the top countries that was visiting the Philippines. And then when COVID happened, all of that stopped. And then it's important to remind Muslims the beauty of the Philippines and the fact that they offer a variety of dietary options. So for example, we had the privilege of going to the farm at San Benito where they have a restaurant that is actually halal certified and they have a lot of amazing options. So I think that's what's really beautiful. It's this new opportunity.
Yeah, because when I begin to understand what halal is, it's what I look for in any product. Halal approved. If it's there, I buy it, because it has developed a certain kind of integrity when it comes to actually what you put inside your body or on it. Right? Why do you think that it has become very important that halal be this develop this kind of reputation in time? Because there was nothing of that sort, but let's say 10 years ago or so. But why do you think it has developed that kind of reputation right now? Yes, Ms. Egypt.
So I think it's really been, I think the reputation has always been there. It's just we haven't been aware of it. And especially now with the younger generations coming from countries that practice the halal way of life, they're traveling more now, they're exploring more now. And as they explore, they're also educating people of what the halal way of life actually is. And I think that's why we've seen a rise of interest in you know, promoting halal tourism and just the overall way of life.
Okay. Ikaw ba, Josh, do you practice halal lifestyle?
Well,
you're staying in...
I actually promote halal with my Muslim friends, but of course, I have to be honest that I don't eat halal foods most of the time.
Most of the time.
But the good thing is when we were in the farm, we were actually delighted to experience a live restaurant. So it's one of the halal certified restaurants in the Philippines, and they serve a lot of vegan and halal food. So for me, the most important thing is the Philippines is giving an option. So if you're a traveler from Korea or Germany, you have an option. If you're Muslim travelers coming from the Middle East, especially Dubai, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, or Egypt and Pakistan, they have options as well. And this is what I'm actually very happy and honored to celebrate with the Philippines, kasi they actually offer a lot of options.
But that's nice to understand that delegates of Miss Universe is actually promoting and proliferating this kind of lifestyle, because this is different from being a vegan, right? It's not the same, right? No, because you eat chicken.
Yes.
You eat fish. Yeah. Okay, there's only one thing that you do not eat, that's pork, right? Or anything that's made of blood.
Yes.
Okay, that's clear. Because that's a common mistake I think that I have committed when I began trying to understand halal. I think it's the same as vegan, that you only eat vegetables.
Correct.
Okay, so that's clear. Now I want to get to know you girls a little bit more. I want to start with Miss Pakistan. In 2022, there was this great flood that happened in your country that pushed about 9 million of your citizens to the line, below the line of poverty. How is your country recovering from that tragedy this year?
So again, through social media, a lot of not just in Pakistan, a lot of other countries have supported through donations, and we are well aware to how to take the action. So every individual helps in different ways, whatever is convenient for them. So I think through social media and again education is something that is really being promoted in Pakistan through women, through children, everyone, So I believe when you're educated, you learn that what is your purpose in life as a citizen. So I believe that every individual has participated, and still we are, working on the issues that we have.
So the country is doing well right now.
Yes, it is.
It's wonderful to know, because when I read about it, I said, "Oh my!" When the news hit us last year, it's like what happened to us in 2013 when that really tragic Yolanda typhoon hit us. I think it was the same.
Yes, it was really bad. But thanks to our heroes from Pakistan, the ones who initiated and participated and gathered people through social media, through their words, and they did campaigns, and they did really well. We're still working on that, but inshallah we will achieve what we aim for.
It's wonderful to know. Thank you. Now let's go to Miss Egypt. You have one of the oldest civilizations in the world. I mean, it's fantastic, and you have one of the 8 wonders of the world, the Pyramid of Giza. What else can you tell us about your country that will make us excited to go there, outside of those fantastic pyramids?
Well, thank you, Peter, for the question. I think it is a very common misconception that whenever anyone says Egypt, they think of the desert, they think of the pyramids, they think of the ancient Egyptians who obviously have contributed very heavily to our country. But it's very important to remember that we are a very, very, very new civilization. We're very different. We're very developed. We're not just sand and deserts. We have cities. We have attractions.
The mummy. You're not all the mummy.
We're not
right?
all the mummy. We're not all the mummy. Egypt is just a very lively city, and kind of similar to the Philippines, it is a very diverse city filled with different people, different beliefs, religions. And if there is one thing I can promote about Egypt, it would be the hospitality of the people. I think Filipinos specifically would actually really enjoy the hospitality, because it's very similar to here. It is, and that's something that really excited me when I came here. It did make me feel like I was back home.
That's nice. That's nice to know. Well, I think if you talk about hospitality, I think each and every country has its own quality of hospitality, of being hospitable, right? About you, Miss Bahrain, my question, Bahrain. I'm saying it right?
Bahrain, that's right.
Being under the British Empire for almost 100 years, what would you say is the influence of the British in your country that stayed, and why do you think it remained?
Well, what I love about Bahrain the most is the fact that, again, like Egypt, it's a diverse community, and it has many different people coming from all across the globe, and even the American base. The Americans are very present in Bahrain, and as for the British, we have a lot of British schools around. There's many different programs, and they're very involved in Bahrain, and even some of my closest friends go to British schools, like there's St. Chris, the British School of Bahrain, and I even had the privilege of, I'm a Smile Train Dubai ambassador, and I went to the British School of Bahrain, and I was able to help Smile Train achieve a Guinness World Record of the largest photo album of smiles.
Wow.
So that was really exciting, and just their support meant so much. So I just think that collaboration between the British and the Bahrainis and even other cultures with Bahrain, it's so valuable, and it's what makes Bahrain unique and special.
Well, you talked about Smile.
Yes.
Yeah, so isn't that one of your advocacies, Josh? Don't be modest about it.
You mean Smile Train?
Do
you mean
the
Smile Train?
Smile Foundation?
Oh yes, it's actually called Smile Train. So Smile Train is one of the biggest club palette charity in the world. Their global ambassadors are Kylie Jenner, Aishwarya Rai, Catriona Gray, and
they have also become ambassadors.
So LUJANE is actually the Smile Train ambassador from Bahrain, the youngest and the first ambassador from Bahrain. So
good to know.
But also all of them have helped Smile Train achieve that Guinness World Record for the biggest smile. So even last year, I brought the Miss Universe Bahrain 2022, Evelyn Kalipa, and we visited hospitals here that helps small train kids, the kids with cleft palate. So yes, this is actually one of our advocacies, the small
But you
train.
started that foundation, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did not. But you're one of the advocates.
So we're actually one of the advocates for
Okay.
for small train. Small train is so huge. Their headquarters is in New York, and they've been supporting. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ian. They've been supporting more than 1 million kids globally.
Wow, that's wonderful to know. Good job, girls. So the three of you have become friends. Yeah, good friends for that matter, right? And trivia, they share the same sign. They're all Scorpions.
Yes.
Yeah. So now that you have become friends, does it become easy, or is it harder to compete with one another? Miss Pakistan.
That is a very good question, because we were actually training day before yesterday, and we were asked to stand against each other as a competitor. And that was hard because, again, we're friends now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we are mentally training ourselves, though we are very good friends. But again, we are here for our country. So it's all about, we being mentally prepared for it. Though we're friends, but nothing personal. It's a competition at the end.
It's a competition at the end of the day.
That's it.
What's your take on that, Miss Egypt?
I think, as Erica said, it is very hard to see each other as competitors, because we kind of just view each other as sisters, as family now. We've been together for almost a month now, training together, eating together, traveling and exploring together. So it is really, really hard to kind of get into that mindset. But I think the environment in Salvador will definitely help with that. We're going to meet with the rest of the wonderful ladies, and I'm super excited to see that. And I think once we set foot onto the stage, all our competitive sides will actually show.
Yeah, Miss Bahrain.
With Evelyn Khalifa last year, who's Miss Universe Bahrain 2022, the queen before me, she went to the competition so strong, and I knew it was just her. Under Josh YUGEN, it was just her training. And I'm just so grateful that I have these two with me. And it being one of my first times being in a huge competition like Miss Universe, I think it was fate that brought us together, and that we have each other's backs during the competition. And I know that we will be competitive. There's always a competition, whether even if it's silent, but I think in a way, even though we have that competition, we are competing against every woman there. We have that sense of sisterhood, and the fact that we will have each other's backs at the actual competition.
Wow, that's nice to know. Sports-minded. Yeah. So pagbabalik po ng 3 p.m. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, more of our delegates and Josh. Babalik po kami.
We're glad you found SMNI News. If you subscribe to TV programs that help build the nation, then we got you covered. Watch your favorite TV shows through GSAT TV Channel 40, Signal TV Channel 186. And if you are a Sky Cable subscriber, you can watch SMNI in National Capital Region, Sky Cable Channel 162, Cebu, Sky Cable Channel 37, Davao City, Sky Cable Channel 14, 43, and 46. General Santos City, Sky Cable Channel 37. Zamboanga, Sky Cable Channel 53. Bacolod, Sky Cable Channel 37. Iloilo, Sky Cable Channel 36. Dumaguete, Sky Cable Channel 37. Baguio, Sky Cable Channel 14. And Lawag, Sky Cable Channel 10. You may also watch SMNI on digital TV in Davao City and Manila, and also in TV Plus and GMA Afford a Box, and over 500 cable TV affiliates nationwide. Watch SMNI on digital channels in Mega Manila, Channel 39 and 43. We are also on analog TV in Lawag, Channel 35, Isabela, Channel 37, Vegan, Channel 38, Rojas, Channel 39, Butuan Channel 39, and Davao Channel 43. If you're on your mobile phone, download SMNI app or visit smni.com to get the latest news, updates, and more. Also, browse through the day's top stories and receive notifications for breaking news. Watch us live on our official Facebook and Rumble accounts, and you can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, so you don't miss out on our extra minute segments. Wherever you decide to watch, we're glad you choose SMNI News, the home of nation builders who bravely bring truth that matters.
Nagbabalik po ang 3 p.m. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Pilipinas muna with 3 of the most beautiful women in the world, or the universe, Miss Bahrain, Miss Egypt, and Miss Pakistan, and still with YUGEN, the franchise owner. So, because I mentioned earlier that the Philippines, because you informed me that it is now the number one place or the country to go to in training. So, but despite that knowledge that this is the go-to, what else that in the Philippines, having your training, that attracted you to it? Miss Pakistan.
Of course, I have to start with the queens of Philippines that inspired not just me, but women all around the universe. Pia, Catriona Gray. Also, the most favorite personality that I look up to was actually crowned in the Philippines. She met us in 1994.
Yeah.
When I wasn't even aware of pageants or beauty contests. So that's what inspired me. And when I did my research, I came to know that Philippines is known as a powerhouse for training. And undoubtedly, throughout the training, I've experienced that because I'm not a pageant girl. This is something very new for me. Also, Pakistan will be represented first time in the history.
First time.
Yes, after 71 years. So I'm so blessed and happy that I am in good hands. And the best trainers that is known all around the world.
Wow, wow. Take that, other countries. Miss Egypt.
So I think the one thing that really blew me away while I was here in the Philippines. So back home in Egypt, pageantry isn't really a huge thing. While obviously the women who came before me for Miss Universe have been amazing and have done amazingly, the people of the Philippines have such love and dedication for beauty pageants and pageantry and queens.
We take it seriously.
You really do. You really do. You take it. It's your. I've been told a few times it's one of your national sports. And just getting to experience that firsthand, getting to experience not just the training aspect, but the love from all the Filipinos here has just been amazing.
Wow. Is Bahrain?
So, as Josh has said a few times, the 3 B's of the Philippines is boxing, basketball, and beauty pageants.
Yeah.
I remember all 3.
Yeah.
So, with that, there is just so much respect and care for beauty queens here in the Philippines. And there are individuals here in the Philippines that understand that artistry of pageantry, and they really take the time to train their beauty queens to get the crown. And a bit of trivia here. Miss Universe Philippines 2014, Mary Jean, who is actually an Arab Filipino, became best friends with Miss Universe Indonesia, who was Elvira, that was her name. And they got really close, and Elvira, Miss Universe Indonesia, went back to her organization and said, I want my successor to be trained in the Philippines. And because of that friendship, that was the catalyst for more trainers emerging here in the Philippines, and also more people coming here to train in the Philippines. So I'm just so grateful that I'm able to work with these people that just have such an appreciation for the art of pageantry.
It is, mga ka-3PM, we have to understand that joining a pageant, especially Miss Universe, is not just all high heels and gowns and crowns. It's not all that. It entails physical challenges for the girls competing. Because I saw, the first time I watched our local pageant here, it was in the 90s, Binibining Pilipinas, or Miss Philippines. I was there in the Coliseum and the girls came out and did the opening, did everything, and they were just there on stage. They don't leave until the pageant ends. I said, their feet must be aching. They're wearing high heels. I mean, 4 inches high heels. Now, it grew higher because of the platform shoes that they are now, wearing in the pageant. It's not easy to join a beauty pageant, but what actually encouraged you to participate in one, Miss Bahrain?
Well, when I first joined Miss Universe Bahrain, that was last year, it wasn't something that was really
so this is the second time?
This is the second time, yeah.
And you got the title now?
Yeah, and I have the title.
Oh, wow.
And it just feels crazy. I would have never imagined I'd be at this point right now. And last year I came as a first runner-up. And, pageants, they weren't something that was really on my radar. I remember the only impression that I had of beauty pageants was I saw on the TV at my grandma's and thought, wow, that looks really intense. And I was so grateful for that experience. I think the reason I joined that very first year was more for the experience and trying something new. But after I got first runner-up and after I started working with my community and started working on my advocacies, I started to get that sense of conviction that I could be a voice for my country. And I could represent my country on the global stage, and I deserved a chance to. So coming in the second year, I thought, I'm going to get the crown this year. I'm going to wave the flag of Bahrain at Miss Universe. So I'm so grateful that I took that decision, and I'm here right now, and I hope I make Bahrainis proud.
Wow. So having a voice is your reason. That's
right.
why you joined. How about you, Miss Egypt?
So as I mentioned before, Egypt isn't really a powerhouse like the Philippines when it comes to pageantry. It is still a very new area, new interest for women. And I did not grow up watching pageantry. I did not grow up, sitting, having that nostalgia with it. But I do believe if you're meant for something, it will find you. And that everything happens for a reason. And it was actually my local community or my friends that always pushed me forward. They were like, you can do more. You could be more. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? I remember the first time one of my dearest friends told me, you should go for pageantry. I told her, oh, no, that's not me.
And here you are.
And here I am. And I really do think that it was kind of that extra push, that support, the faith that my friends, my family, my country had in me, that I could do this and I could be something more than just myself, and I could represent my country really well. That pushed me forward to, be Miss Universe Egypt.
So finding, bettering yourself is the reason that you joined Miss Universe Egypt.
And being something more than myself.
Being something more than yourself. Miss Pakistan.
Yes, so as you mentioned earlier that we have to walk in 6 inches heel, it's tough. So this is a message for everyone that woman is strong. We're strong than anyone.
Very strong.
Very strong. So again, there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to a beauty pageant. People think that it's just about being beautiful. No, it's way more than that. Also, coming from a country where it's something very new to everyone's ears. It's after 71 years. So I really wanted to be accepted by the whole universe, and to send them a message that it's not about being beautiful or confident. It's about having a purpose in life, to bring a change, to be that change, not just for yourself. I'm not representing Erica Robin, I'm representing my country, Pakistan. So the purpose is very important, and you should know how to take it from that platform, even if you win or you don't. We are already winners. And it's not about just working for the whole year. It's about having a purpose and working each and every day.
Wow. Great answers, girls. But, objectifying women, that's what all feminists are yelling for decades now about pageants all the time. What can you tell them to disprove this claim about pageants objectifying women? Ms. Bahrain?
Well, I say that beauty pageants, they're not a sprint, they're a marathon. It really takes a lot of work, and it is really, truly about your advocacies and the way you speak and the way that you represent yourself and your country. And I think it's already a given that all the women at Miss Universe are beautiful. And it's about showing your true self and showing that I am a great representative of my country and of the universe. So I would say that is way besides the point. I feel grateful that as a Miss Universe Bahrain and as someone who's representing a small country, whether it's a small country or a big country like Hong Kong or Russia, we are all being judged under the same criteria.
Exactly. That's why I always say that beauty pageants like sports is the great equalizer. So, yeah, Miss Egypt.
Absolutely.
Objectifying women. Tell them off.
So, I just want to say, obviously, I am a very big feminist. And I do think that pageantry does not at all objectify women. It actually empowers them. Let's take Miss Universe as an example. Miss Universe is an organization run by women for women. It gives women a larger voice. It gives them a larger platform to push forward what they believe in, what they want to send out to the universe. And it is a very, very unfortunate misconception that pageantry is just about, you know, being pretty and standing on stage. It takes dedication, it takes hard work, and it takes someone with brains, not just beauty.
Miss Pakistan?
As Miss Egypt mentioned, that it empowers women, gives us the platform to raise our voice for the rights and wrongs. And I'm thankful for this platform that it gives every individual, every woman a voice to portray and to tell about their feelings, what they think is right and wrong. It gives them the voice and the opportunity to work throughout the year, not just the year, but throughout the life. It gives you the title, the voice, because when you are someone, people listen to you, people look up to you and get inspired by you. So it is very...
Your words get weight.
Yes, that is right. And I believe that every woman is the one who empowers every other woman. So it's a family, it's a woman empowerment.
Woman empowerment. So there you go, feminists. This is woman empowerment, not woman objectification. So having those beliefs in the pageant, because it's wonderful to hear coming from delegates like yourselves representing your nation in the coming Miss Universe, and hearing your thoughts on these objectifying women thing. What can you tell the young women out there who would want to join? What can you tell them about joining pageants that would encourage them to participate? Miss Egypt.
So to all the young women who I hope can see us as role models, as someone to follow in our footsteps, you can exceed what we are doing now. You just have to believe in yourself. You're going to be hearing a lot of negative comments. You're going to have people who don't believe in you. And I just want to say, if no one else believes in you, then I do. Because it is very important to know that you can exceed all your expectations. You can be whoever you want to be, especially now in this current day and age. You have a voice, use it well.
Wow, wonderful. Miss Pakistan.
First of all, I would like to thank all the countries that celebrate women, embrace and encourage them, just as Philippines, also India. These are the countries that we look up to. Also coming from a Muslim country, all of us, especially those countries who do not celebrate it and do not embrace it and do not empower women. I just have to tell them that just break the stereotype, have a purpose, and just be yourself. If you have a purpose in life that's going to change your life and millions of other women's life, you have the whole universe to help you out, and God as well.
Wow, thank you, Miss Pakistan. I don't know. I think we have the winners right here, right now.
Miss Universe right
so,
now.
Miss Bahrain, encouraging young women, young ladies out there.
What I love about Miss Universe and all the delegates that join is the fact that we all have our own stories to tell, and we all have our own struggles and times that maybe we didn't feel our best, we didn't feel confident, or we didn't think that we had a voice or a way to communicate. And that is even the way that I felt at a point in my life. That I didn't know how to spread my own message. I didn't have that confidence. But to any woman, I believe that being in a pageant is life training for women. And it sets you up for life. So I think for any young girl that wants to join, just go for it. Because there's no mold for a beauty queen. We are all there to show ourselves authentically and our countries. And we are there to be our empowered selves. So simply go for it, for the life experience, and to be there for the universe.
Wow. With you, Josh, you are a very successful business person. You own two of the top businesses in Dubai, which is your PR firm and the magazine. Why venture into pageants?
Well, first and foremost, Peter, I will never consider myself as successful. I will always tell myself I'm a work in progress. So every day in the morning, I will push myself to work harder, work smarter, and work for the voiceless. So this is actually my main goal in life. And as LUJANE said, pageant is like a life training for women. And for those feminists or for those people against it, I just want to remember one of the greatest quotes that I have learned from the most iconic women that I've known, VP Sara Duterte. She mentioned...
For a while, Josh, pardon me. I think your mic is not working. Miss Bahrain, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Hello. So...
There you go.
Okay. So I just want to mention the quote that I've learned from one of the most iconic women that I've learned, I've known in my life, who is like VP Sara Duterte.
Yeah.
She told me that...
We love Inday.
She told me, do not listen or do not read the opinions of others who have decided that they do not like you already. So I feel like if you want to be a doctor, if you want to become an engineer, if you want to pursue pageantry as a businessman, then go for it.
Yeah. So wonderful wisdom coming from our Vice President. And I'm glad, personally, that you took it to heart.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Right now, I have to read this because when I composed this earlier today, I said that this is too long for me to memorize. So anyway, 90 countries this year, right?
I think it's more than 95. I'm not sure, but they're saying that it's going to be the largest or the biggest competition this year.
Wow. 95 countries to meet in Miss Universe. Like sports, beauty pageants, for me, especially Miss Universe, being the most prestigious one, and I believe that really, is one great equalizer. As delegates of your respective nations, do you think that there is an actual relevance in promoting peace using pageants as platforms?
Well, like I said earlier, what gives me comfort as representing Bahrain, like a small country, is that whether it's a smaller country or a bigger country, we are being judged under the same criteria, and we all have equal chance and equal opportunity to get the crown. And in terms of just all of us being there, we are connecting as countries and cultures. We get to hear each other's stories, and we get to know each one of the women. That's why we are all in one hotel. That's why we have roommates, so that we have that opportunity to connect.
I hope presidents become beauty pageant contestants.
I just hope it too. But the fact that we get to connect in this way, and then we get to hear everyone's stories, that is already connecting nations, connecting countries together. And that is building bridges.
Ms. Egypt.
I would like to start off by saying that there's so much hardship right now in the world. And I do believe that pageantry kind of offers us, I think LUJANE said it best yesterday in our press con. It offers us hope. Because Miss Universe celebrates unity, it celebrates peace, it celebrates sisterhood.
Yeah.
And getting a chance to just witness the world, the universe, come together for something so amazing is the perfect example of what beauty pageants offer to the world, not just to the delegates or to the women there. And it's very important to remember at the end, we're all human. We all laugh over the same things. We love. We we have passions. We have dreams. We have hope, and that's what Miss Universe and that's what pageantry kind of offers to the world. Hope.
Yeah, Miss Pakistan.
So for me, as MOHRA mentioned, that it's unity. We spread diversity. All 95 countries under the same room doing same activities in a different way. Explains so much that at the end we're all human beings. And whoever the winner will be, she's not going to work for her country but for the whole universe. So I believe every individual matters, their advocacy matters, their purpose in life matters. Because it's not just for ourselves, it's not about I, me and myself. It's about people, it's about country, it's about the betterment of the world in which you and I live together. So there's a very famous quote that I remember that be careful what you do, be careful what you say, and be careful who you sue, because you might need someone to save you one day. So it's very important as an individual to always look for others to help, because you might need help too.
Wow. Wow, you heard it from our three delegates. Girls, Josh, our program is interactive, so we will read some of the comments or questions from our viewers. This one's coming from Fran NY, is that New York? It's very beautiful to see how beauty pageants like Miss Universe contribute to tourism, culture, education, etc. Thank you, Peter Flores Serrano, you're very welcome, for inviting such wonderful and inspiring guests tonight. It's our to thank you also for your appreciation. Lab Villasor, sa totoo lang, ang ganda ng mga topic at objective ng program na to. Mapapansin din to ng mas nakakarami. Ang ganda na sinasabi nito. Mapapansin din to ng mas nakakarami, hindi kalaunan. Maraming salamat po. She said that she likes our program and she hopes that this gets appreciated more in time. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, girls, you represent the three different countries, three different traditions, three different cultures. So, what can you say, each of you, about a tradition in your country that you would want to strengthen more for the coming generations? Ms. Bahare.
So I'm mixed. I am Arab American. So what I love about having two of those cultures that I see the world with two sets of eyes. And as you know, Americans, they celebrate that idea of individuality. But for Bahrainis, we have this idea of family. What makes your family happy first. And the fact that I have this duality, I have both sides, I can promote both sides. And for a tradition of Bahrain, there are just so many things, and the fact that Bahrain, it really embraces its history and its culture. And as an artist, one thing that I love, they have I'll dress for handicrafts, it's called, and it's they still practice some of the old arts and culture and crafts, and I got to learn some of the ancient pottery that they used to do. I got to learn a bit of that.
That's still prolific right now.
Yeah, I mean it's still something that people practice, and even the basket weaving and things that have stayed around for generations and generations. So as an artist, that is one of the things I want to promote, these traditions and this art that still holds today.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Miss Egypt?
So Egypt it kind of gets muddled into with a lot of different categories. We are North African. We are partially in Asia, so we're partially Asian. We are Mediterranean. We are Arab. And I think it gets a little confusing, but at the end of the day, we all agree on one thing, that we are Egyptian. And we have been through hard times, we've been through positive times, and the one thing that the tradition of Egyptians that I just love seeing continue to stay strong is their resilience and their determination. No matter who comes in, no matter who leaves, we are Egyptian. We always have each other's backs. And now with the younger generation, people are traveling, they're coming back, and like I said, we're muddled with a lot of different things, and the cultures are mixing, but I think it is very important to stay true to your roots and to stay true to your people and your traditions.
It's wonderful. Miss Pakistan.
So coming from a Muslim country, Pakistan, competing for the first time after 71 years, I was a little skeptical because there were many doors shut for me to participate, again, because of all of misconception as per our culture and traditions for the swimwear. But what really motivated me to come forward was when I saw Evelyn Khalifa last year wearing burkini instead of bikini, and sending the message to all the people all around the world that there are options for you. Because that's something that Pakistanis are still not aware. But this year, it will show that no matter where you come from, you can participate and be a part of each and everything. Just if you follow the culture, the tradition, everything is possible. And thanks to the platform as Universe that it's given the option to every country, to every culture, to every tradition, that you can come forward, participate, and showcase what your country has to offer. So I'm so happy for that.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. So, which of your tradition in Pakistan that you would want to strengthen more right now? Because I'm sure, like what Miss Bahrain and Miss Egypt said, resilience and all that. But with the case of Miss Bahrain, it's the handicrafts. But in your case, because this is the first time that Pakistan is joining Miss Universe, and I would really want people to know each and every culture and tradition of each and every country that you represent. So what is in your country is the tradition that you would want to strengthen more?
So 95% of women in Pakistan are Muslim, and I come from 1% minority. Again, I will be sending a message even though I am not a Muslim, but I'm following the culture and tradition, because at the end, my name is Erica Robin, but I'm a Pakistani. So that is the message that I want to share with everyone, that it's the country that you come from. So I would want to encourage all the women, not just to specify coming from minority, but majority of them. The ones who think that they can't participate because of swimwear, or it's not in the culture, it's not in the religion. No, Miss Universe, I'm so glad that they're following all the requests that they receive, that, oh, we cannot participate. No, every woman can participate. And this is a message to all the women all around the world. Again, it's not about the religion, it's not about the caste, color, culture. If you're a woman, if you have a purpose, if you're confident, and if you want to see a change, then go forward and go for it and participate and win the crown.
Wow, wonderful. At this point, Josh, gusto lang kitang tanungin. Oh, okay. There's a question coming from our viewer, Maika Miyako from Tokyo, Japan. Aside from halal, do you support other advocacies? What could be the top advocacy that the world needs? Thank you, 3PM. You're very welcome. What other advocacies would you support outside of halal?
This is actually the platform that we're working to serve the purpose that we have. And if I talk about myself, I have two advocacies. One is anti-gender biased, and the second is education. They're interconnected. Again, to motivate women in Pakistan and other countries to be educated. Again, it doesn't matter where you come from. Education is every individual's right. And when you are educated, it's very important for every country to give them equal opportunities.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter that if it's a fashion industry, because I am a model in Pakistan. So I really want to motivate women to participate in male-dominating fields. Not to be told that, oh, you cannot be a sports girl, you cannot be a pageant girl, you cannot be an engineer, a doctor. No, a woman can be everything, whatever she wants.
Thank you. Miss Egypt, what other advocacies would you support?
So every woman participating in Miss Universe has an advocacy close to her heart. Obviously, there are a million and one different topics that we could push forward, like sustainability, working with Red Cross, which we did here in the Philippines. But my one advocacy, similar to Erica, is the empowerment through education, and more specifically, the empowerment of women through education. I've been very fortunate to have received very good quality education. I've traveled to study abroad. I'm here training in the Philippines for Miss Universe, which has never been done before by Miss Universe Egypt. But it's very important to remember that there are women who are not as fortunate as us. And I believe there was a report that came out recently that said there was approximately 120, 130 million women out of school. Let's say 130 million women who are unaware of so many doors, so many opportunities that are right there in front of them simply because they have not been put through this. And I don't think I would be the woman I am today without this. So I would like to use my platform to sort of show them that they can be whatever they want to be, that they can do whatever they want to do. But it is important to know what options are in front of you and to be educated and to have the knowledge of knowing what comes next.
Oh, thank you, Miss Egypt. Miss Bahrain?
So I have a twofold advocacy, and that is one that's very close to my heart and one that is more outside of myself and looking at the broader picture. If I'm going to be a transformational leader, I need to look at my whole country and the universe. So for my first advocacy, it's empowering children through art and expression. So growing up with
art and expression.
Art and expression, yeah. Growing up with a learning disability, I struggled in school. I wasn't good at topics like maths and science, but I realized that I thrived on the arts, and it gave me hope that I could excel at something. And through that, I started getting awards in school because I found my own way to overcome my disability. And I want to help other young children actualize that ambition for themselves and find other artistic children who are just like me, and advocate for the fact that arts is important. We need creative solutions to our modern problems. And for my second advocacy, it's championing heroes. So I do something similar that you do here, which is interview influential people. I like to interview charities and organizations that are doing impactful work, and I've done a lot of that work in Bahrain and Dubai as well. And just to show that the fact that these people exist and they are doing that work, and hopefully that inspires other young people to get involved and maybe to start their own work as well.
Wow, wow. Woo! Never expected that. But you know, guys, I wish we have more time. I really just try having this moment with my guests tonight, Josh, Miss Bahrain, Miss Egypt, and Miss Pakistan. But as we say, some good things never last. So I would just like to ask the last words for tonight that you can tell our mga ka-3 p.m. 3 p.m., by the way, 3, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. And PM is Pilipinas muna. That means Philippines first. Yeah. So there you go. I just have to explain. But anyway, any last words for our mga 3 p.m.? Miss Pakistan.
I just want to thank you all for giving us the opportunity to pour our heart out, to send the message to people all around the world that needs to be there, needs to be heard and acknowledged, and empowering women. And you guys have been the biggest support system. So thank you so much. Just keep empowering other people, and we will see the change in this world very soon.
Thank you, Miss Pakistan. Miss Egypt.
So I would just like to say thank you so much for all the love and support that you've been showing, not just me, but my sisters as well. And what we do, pageantry, is absolutely nothing without you guys. Sure, we have the voice, but if it falls upon deaf ears, then there is no point to it. So thank you for consistently listening, consistently supporting, and just being the reason why we do this.
Thank you, Miss Egypt. Miss Bahrain.
I just want to say thank you so much for following our journey, and thank you for tuning in tonight. I loved this conversation and just hearing all of you girls talk about your advocacies and just things that are close to your heart. And for these amazing comments that have come in, really warmed my heart. Thank you so much. This journey has meant so much, and I think it's really changing the trajectory of my life as well as my co-sisters here. So I'm so grateful for all of that, and I'm so grateful that I get to spend a part of my journey right here, right now. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bahrain. And of course, last but not the least, definitely not the least, Josh.
Thank you so much, Peter, and for this inspirational program. But you know what? I just want to congratulate all these women because I feel like they're all winners.
I know.
The way they talk, the way they present themselves, they're very empowered. And of course, it shows that Philippines has the best training.
Yeah.
So, also, for everyone, don't stop in your dreams. Everyone will actually try to doubt you. People will try to pull you down. But listen to your heart. Listen to your own voice and forget about all the noise. So thank you so much, Peter, for having us.
You're very welcome. It is my pleasure and SMNI's pleasure that you are here with us tonight. Mga ka-3PM, hindi po biro-biro ang ilagay natin ang sarili natin sa harap ng napakaraming tao at gawin natin ang isang bagay na lahat nakatingin, waiting for you to fail, as well as waiting for you to succeed. But one thing we have to understand and remember that each and every step that we take, we have to understand that each and every step that we take, God is there. God is watching us, and God will make us win, not just the crown, but just by being there. Tatandaan po natin lagi, mga ka-3PM, hindi lahat ng bagay na kumikinang ay ginto. Hindi mo rin kailangan maging ginto for you to have value. You just have, as what they said, just be yourself, understand yourself, push your dreams forward, and just be a good person and be kind. Kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, I wish presidents would join beauty pageants and so better understand one another, and I think we'll have a better world, right? So there you have it. But before I go, I would just like to thank my sponsors for tonight, Prince Gerald. The number is there for the shirts I wear and the program. And I would also like to thank our bar host, Blushmit Catering and Events. The number is there also. Please get in touch with them. Thank you, Star Dakanay. Thank you for giving us beautiful food every broadcast. Samantala, bago po tayo tuluyang magtapos, we have a Christmas countdown. How many more days? How many more days? We have 70 more days before Christmas. Merry Christmas, ladies. Merry Christmas, Josh.
Merry Christmas, Peter.
At yan po ang ating naging talakayan ngayong gabi. Maraming salamat po muli, Pastor Kibuloy, sa pagbibigay sa akin ng pagkakataon na maging bahagi ng SMNI para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas nating mahal. At mga ka-3PM, lagi po nating tatandaan, iisa lang ang ating bayan na dapat nating pangalagaan. Kaya't bago ang ano paman, bago ang sarili pagkatapos sa Panginoon, Pilipinas muna. Thank you and good evening, everybody.
We're glad you found SMNI News. If you